trying to get through to you. Maybe you can see me now. See me, see me. I've been trying to get through to you. Maybe you can listen now. Did it really take a natural disaster for you to need me? Did I have to shut the whole world down just so that you could want me again? I get so heartbroken watching you, searching for everyone else to see you. But still, I love you the same. I've been trying to get through to you. Maybe you can see me now. See me now. I've been trying to get through to you. Maybe you can listen now. Listen now. Trying for everyone else to see you and I.
Welcome to AZ in the Know on Icon Radio. That's Tania Hopkins with Listen Now.
Listen now.
Listen Now. Tania. Go check that out, man. That is a dope song right there.
Yeah, it's tight. I like it.
You know, nice little.
Little groove to it. Yeah.
It's true.
All right. Welcome to the show. AZ in the Know with your boy Larvell S. Wit. Got your man Floyd over there. Floyd.
What's going on? This is your boy Floyd. He's in the know. What's going on today?
Man, you know what I want to talk about?
What's up?
I want to talk about injustices. I know we talk about this a lot. But it's like things keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
Down, better. Right there?
Yeah, that's
all
cool.
Right.
That's cool.
But maybe it's just these headphones. I don't know. It's all whacked. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's why. See, got to make sure they actually plug them in. There you go. Oh, inequality. Because there was this radio station host. I read this about a week ago or so. His name is Ramses Ja. You ever heard of him? He's on 101.1 The Beat.
Isn't what's his name? I forgot his name.
They forgot his name. That's okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of DJs on there, but this guy. So Ramses Ja. The reason I want to bring this up is because he wound up quitting. He walked away from the radio station, and the reason why this is touching me, obviously, we're in radio, so this is like a good subject right now because we talk about like police. We talk about just all this injustices, and it reaches everywhere. And when it reaches close to home, and it's like, man, that's like right around the corner. He's where I'm trying to get to. So now you try to tell me where I'm trying to get to. Like, babe, hold on. Skirt.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
So, so what happened was he approached the executives at Sierra H Broadcasting, which, owns the company or owns the station for 101.1 The Beat and Mega 104.3. Problem is, I love both of those stations, especially 104. Like, that's my station. I like 104.3. You mean tell me? Y'all don't want to hear me? AZ in the know. We bring news. We bring that other what, it's not just music all the time. Like, yeah, we play some music. Yeah, we may interview some, some stars or some politicians, people on TV, people on radio. We interview.
Right.
Not just music. But to say that Sierra H Broadcasting basically said no when Ramses Ja brought to them, said, hey, I want to feature a show like ours. Not saying it was ours, but, a show type like this. They wanted to feature it on the radio station. They said no.
Wow. And this is 101.1 The Beat.
101.1 The Beat.
So basically...
And they own 104.3.
And so their platform... They
is
don't
70% black
now
artists.
And so Now, if they have that many black artists on their database, then
And 100% black music. It's like
so why? So I'm not understanding why they didn't allow it to go through. Then
that's what we're trying to figure out. That's what discussion we want to have today. Why? Because just like everything else in the world, they don't want us to come up. You know, they say no. Let's get it right. Let's say it right. It's called. Oh, now I forgot the word. See, I hyped myself up and sat there and forgot the word. Oh man,
it's
racism.
Racism.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's racism.
Yeah, systematic.
There it is. It just left. You just left. You just like it was just gone. He was like you just went there. No, it's systematic racism. It's called systematic racism. They say it does not exist. Well, it exists in everything we do.
Yeah.
Everything we do. And now that it hit close to home, it's like,
yeah. This thing is like one of those, like, what do you do? What can you do? You know, it's when you have a company like that and they decide on not entertaining the whole concept of, you know, systematic racism and or any other type of controversial, you know, topic, you know, they don't want to engage in that, you know. So, I mean, I get it, you know, but at the same time, you still got to get the word out. You still got to, you know, set your opinion. You still got to, you know, be able to, you know, contact, you know, getting engaged with your audience. You know, have them
engage with the audience, especially the audience that normally tunes into you.
Right.
You would think, you know what, he might be right, especially what's happening right now. Y'all would think. But we're going to talk about some more social injustices. You know, we're going to have the organizer of the Freedom Unity
Gizette of Arizona?
Yes, Gizette Knight. She's made local news here recently. She is the person that is one of the people, but the person that's doing the Black Lives Matter on the street, getting painted on the street downtown, and they rejected it. The city council rejected it. I was there at the meeting. I was there at the meeting when they said we were not going to talk about it today. I was there. I saw it when it happened. Yes. It's called doing your due diligence. Make sure you actually go to the city council, go to these meetings. Make sure y'all show up for this. Make sure y'all there. It's not just, you know, posting something on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, were you there? Yeah. Well, you know what? Yes, I was. Matter of fact, yes, I was.
Now, did they like say, you know, what was the whole thing behind?
Yes, they did. So their reasoning behind not doing it is because it's against the law. Two is because it'll impede and traffic, I guess, people crashing, something to that nature. You know, we're gonna have Gizette talk more about it because, you know, she's the one that actually talked to them.
Yeah.
So, but no.
That's
because Tucson did it.
Tucson did it. And that's what I'm saying. It's like if Tucson was able to do that, and that's Arizona and everything, then I mean, I don't see a difference. I'm like, this is part of Arizona. So,
but Tucson got it right. Tucson was like, you know what? Hold my beer. Hold my beer.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean,
but you know, and then when you actually looked at, so the person that's pushing it, his name is Sal something. Sal,
Mr. Sal.
Sal, whatever your last name is, Sal. You, Mr. City Council.
Sal. That's his name, Sal.
Sal. DeLacio, DePlace, it's not just something, Dale something. Anyway, City Council is one of the people that is so against it that he just shut it down. But if you go look at his page and if you go look at the comments on everything, and mind you, this is on the City Councilman's page. It is so much racist rhetoric all over his page. Like, I'm just going through the threads. I'm going through different posts. Now, mind you, this is a city councilman for Phoenix. Right. And it's just random racism all over the pages. And do you think he's stopping it or saying, and, you know, at least interjecting, do not have this type of, you know, rhetoric on my page. Let's not talk about this. Let's not discuss this. No, it's all out. Like, if I want to see the most racist comments and posts, I'm going to go to his page. City Council of Phoenix. This is why it's important to vote. This is why it's important for us to vote and make sure we get the correct people in office. This is the same guy that's going up against the Phoenix Suns.
You know, and what? Okay, now with that, what is it that he's going against them for?
It's something, you know what? Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna have to pull it up. It has something to do with bribes or some type of money that was illegally. I was taking something to do with money. I'm gonna have to actually go read it, but I know he's going up against the Phoenix Suns for whatever illegal funds, money, bribery, whatever it was that happened. But the thing is, it was his rhetoric and tone. I don't remember the exact words, but when I read it, all it reminded me of was "shut up and dribble." That's what it reminded me of. Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
Like I said, just the most racist stuff you can see on a politician's page.
Why is it so much racism?
I don't get it.
What's going on?
I know what it is. They're losing their power. They're trying to figure out how to hold on to it. Because you know what? 50 more years, you know the world going to be black. Black on black on black. I'm telling you, the world is finna be black. Why? Because, you know, it's more skin color, it's more skin tone, it's more people, you know, and then getting with the other, you know. Yeah. So it's going to be black. I'm telling you, it's going to be black on black in about 50 years. Right. So they're getting scared right now. They're getting scared. But no, back to Rams's job. We're in radio. This is internet radio. They got the FM radio. This is radio. We need more black, more African American, more culture. You know, everybody's always saying there's no culture in Arizona.
Right.
So the opportunity we have to get culture in Arizona, you say no.
So what is that? What is the whole concept of freedom, peaceful, joint unity? What is it that? Why isn't it coming together? Why isn't people actually doing what the United States of America is supposed to be about?
Wow, that's a good question. Why aren't they doing it? You know what? In the end of the day, they feel like they are. That is the whole problem. I think racism, you know, when I have a real discussion about this, I don't think they're actually racist. I think they just don't know, don't understand, or don't care. A lot of it has to do with not really being raised around African Americans or black people, not really having to interact with them. And now that it's seeping more into these areas, you know, at first, because this is actually the time period where the people that moved out are now moving further. So, you know, back in the day, we had to be here. You know, it's like black people were here. Here is what, South Phoenix? I think it was. Yes, it's West Phoenix, South Phoenix for Arizona. And now you have it where they're just spread out. They're everywhere. You know, Gilbert. Yeah. Now we have an African American city councilman, O.D. Harris for Chandler. It's just like certain things we weren't able to do 20 years ago. 20 years ago. It's not even that long. 20 years ago. 20 years ago. I'm 40. 20 years ago, you were not allowed to live over there. And if you were, oh, man, you know, you was messed with, you know how it is. Because I grew up in a mostly white neighborhood. I know how it is. we were one of the first African Americans to actually live in the city and on the block. My dad was actually the first African American paid on call firefighter for the city of Hazelcrest. My dad was the first. Mine's just like 86, 87. He was the first. So it's like I'm trying to give these time periods to show you that when people say there's no such thing as systematic racism, well, yes, there is. You know, you guys were just racist 100 years ago. We were just slaves. It was like 100 years ago. Maybe a little bit more, but, you know, just 100 or so years ago. We were just slaves. 100 years. It ain't even been that long.
Yeah. This is like one of those, was it 400 years ago? What is it? The 400 years of slaves?
400 years of slaves.
Yeah.
1619, I think the first ones got here. We still need to get her. I forgot. Oh, man. I got to get her on the show. I'm so sorry. I just remember right now. Okay, I'll give her a call. Yeah, we have had this great interview set up. You know what? I think now's the time we need to bring her in. You are absolutely. Now that I'm thinking about it. I can't. Me and these names, I can't remember names, but she had this excellent story where she found out she was a part of the first people, the first relatives, the first person that actually came, black people that was brought against our will. But now, there was this thing I saw while we were talking about. Anyway, let me not veer away from that. But yeah, she had the story where she got with whatever television network, and they helped her trace her roots back and found out she was part of the first African Americans that came over in 1619. So interesting story. We're definitely going to get her on and make sure I call her up. But what I was getting to was the fact that at the same time period, or not the same time, the same thing, we're talking about all this the racism and stuff like that being brought over here. It was something in the news recently where I don't even think it was news or was it Facebook? So I'm getting too confused. It's not good.
Both the same thing.
The same thing. It's not good. But it was the fact that the teacher tried to say that this is Zoom. Like we're in the Zoom territory of school, and he tried to say that the African Americans were brought here. I don't know exactly, did he say willingly or for indentured work? It was how he worded it. No, sir, we were slaves and we were taken and brought here. Not the fact that we came here to work as indentured. It was something to that effect. And the mother hopped on there. She must have heard it. This is a black mama. You know how it is. Hopped on the Zoom with all the students and snap. Just went off. No, sir, you are not going to teach my son that. You are not going to ask that question. No, the slaves were, I was like, I'm watching it like, she going off. Yeah, say it again, sister. But no, they literally tried to teach this in the schools. So once again, it goes back to, I don't think they're racist. I don't think they're racist. They just don't understand. We're taught a certain way. That's not their fault that they were taught this way. Is it their fault now that they're adults? Of course. They know how they're adults to know how to be, but it was taught. And it was generational. Just like how things were generational to us and how we now act and do things, generational.
So one of those things that says when Jesus was on the cross and then the guy in the middle said, Lord, forgive them because they do not know what they do.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Somebody talking. What is that?
Who that is?
Somebody trying to call in? I heard some voice like, "Hey."
Who that is? Who that?
Somebody talking. No, but
wow. I mean, when is it gonna be that time when we decide, okay,
enough is enough?
When?
I think the time is now. And I think this is the time period.
The time is now.
I think the time period is now. I think it's going to happen this time around. People are actually listening, and I don't think these young people care anymore.
It's one of those things that when you play a game, when the young people, you get your PlayStation, your Xbox, and you start playing the game, and everything's going, and I know. And so you start playing it and stuff like that, and then next thing you know, it gets old. It starts to fade. You start feeling to a point that you're like, oh, you know what? I don't even want to play this game no more. I want to do something else. I want to play a different game. I want to do all that, right? So, and that's what I feel like the young folks are thinking about with this whole thing here. It's like, okay, it's starting to fade out. It's okay. I want to move on to something different.
Yeah.
So, and that's I mean, they're young. They're kids. I mean, that's how they are, But with the older ones is more seasoned, so they understand the concept of longevity. They understand that this is not going to be a cakewalk. This is not going to be putting a burrito in the microwave and warming it up. No, I mean this is a course that it's going to take a little while for it to actually manifest to something magnificent.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that's my little spill.
He's no, you know what I want to talk about? What I just found out? Man, tell me why. I just found out that they are building a new car plant here in Arizona.
Yes.
It's gonna be out, I guess, in Casa Grande.
Casa Grande.
Whatever,
Yes.
yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't from here. I don't know Casa Grande. That's how people that don't live here be saying Mesa. Like you live out there in Mesa? You mean Mesa? I love it. I be having to correct my cousins. Like you live out there in Mesa? Mesa?
Mesa.
No, but what's so dope about it is it's about to give Tesla a run for his money. It's called Lucid. Lucid car company. I'm probably not saying it fully right,
Lucid
but
Motors.
That one of their cars is called the Lucid Air.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get the top one, their top car is $160,000. $160.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's how much the Teslas really were when they
But
first
see,
came out.
But then, yeah.
No, but look, one of the cars that they have, the reason I was getting to it is because of the song. The car is called Lucid Dreams. And there's this guy, he made a song. I forget his name. One of the guys just passed, one of the young rappers. I don't know. I got to ask my son. He probably know. Anyway, but one of his songs is called Lucid Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So now they got a car called Lucid Dreams. So you know all these young rappers finna go get this Lucid Dream car. No, but it's good because it's gonna bring a lot of work.
Juice WRLD?
Is that who it is? Juice WRLD?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lucid Dreams. Yeah. Rest in peace to the homie.
Yeah.
Juice WRLD. Yeah, that was sad. Anyway, Lucid Dreams. So the Lucid car company, they already have some type of plant here or office they have here already.
Mm-hmm.
But then now they're about to build like this big car. So if y'all need some jobs, Lucid.
Casa Grande, Arizona.
Man, the Casa Grande is getting a lot of stuff. Ain't they building the Disney World out there?
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be like
an indoor
Disney
type water park type thing.
But that's supposed to be already done. That's supposed. I mean,
COVID.
Well, yeah.
COVID stopped a lot of stuff.
But see, not only that, they're supposed to build the whole theme park thing, but then they were supposed to build apartments and stuff like that around there as well. And stuff. So basically, they're building up over there in Casa Grande. Because Casa Grande, you got to look at it.
There, man.
Casa Grande is filled.
Filled with what?
It's a lot of field.
It's a lot of field. There's open.
Open land.
Oh.
All around there, so.
Man, have to go move out there. Because everybody he talking about Casa Grande, but ain't nothing out there right now.
Nothing. It's like Tucson.
Like Tucson right now, but it's coming up. Because ain't that the area where Bill Gates is supposed to be building his little futuristic city? Mm-hmm. Same area.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to move out there.
And because they're doing that, and then they're building they're supposed to do the little theme park in Casa Grande out there, but then they're supposed to build a mini theme park in North Phoenix. Was it Williams?
I don't know about this one.
It's a little small town in back north Arizona, and they're supposed to build one out there as well, but it's like a little smaller one. But then the folks out there were like talking about they didn't want it because it'll bring in too much traffic.
So don't you want the traffic?
I would think. Wait a minute, this will bring more revenue to your town. But hey.
Hey, it is what it is, like they say. It is what it is. But you know what? That just goes to show, like, when we're talking about the racism, Phoenix is growing. Phoenix is getting bigger. It's the 5th largest city in the United States. And there's so much opportunity here. I mean, look at us. Thank you. It's so much opportunity here.
Right.
And it's just getting bigger. And we're part of the growth. I'm glad to be a part of, what's happening and how it's being shaped. I'm glad I'm, dealing with politicians and, getting our name out there, especially with what's going on right now as far as the state turning blue. I love being a part of this. I love being a part of this. So, it goes back to the first one we were talking about at the beginning. Why are you going to stop black culture? Why are you going to stop a black radio show? It's black artists, talking about real things. Y'all got y'all little radio stations or talk radio stations. Can't we have some too?
No, you black. You can't hide nothing like that. Because what that's gonna do, it's gonna they don't want nothing for you because it's gonna open the doors to even more possibilities.
You know what? This is why we need Tim C for mayor. Make sure y'all vote. Tim C for mayor.
Tim C.
Y'all know when the elections is. When's it? November 3rd.
November 3rd.
Make sure y'all vote. Tim C would become the first African American male to. Well, he's now the first African American male to be on the ballot for mayor of Phoenix. And if so become elected, he'll become the first African American to become mayor of Phoenix. I love it.
Right.
We need this. And we already have the first black mayor of Tempe. Was it Corey Woods?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Corey Woods. So, it's a lot of firsts going on here. A lot of firsts. So, this racism got to stop. This is why we're going to have Gizette come here. She'll be here in a few, to talk about the Black Lives Matter sign and what's going on and how we can move forward from this. I think this is going to be a good discussion we're going to have here for a few minutes. Then we have another guest coming in later today.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we have coming in?
It's Dr. Marcell Enoch. He is a health and wellness and nutritionist and pharmacist. He's a licensed pharmacist as well. So
licensed pharmacist.
Yep. So he knows what he's talking about. So
we got a good show coming up. Good show.
All right. So what is
Hazy and No doing?
Yes.
What we're doing right now, we have a contest going on where you can submit music for our new theme song.
Theme song. How would you like the theme song to go, sir? What would you do?
I like smooth R&B tip. Smooth down on the R&B tip.
Okay. like that. What's that? That Luther Vandross or the
little shuck a duck quack quack.
Look at shuck a duck, quack quack.
No, but I'm just looking for some nice music to be an intro song. Nothing real heavy, hard, not a lot of hip hop, rap. I want something nice and smooth. And I'm into jazz. I'm into R&B.
Okay.
That's my vibe.
Yeah. That's some good. That's some good vibes.
What's that guy's name? The radio show. What was that movie? Leon Phelps, The Ladies' Man.
What is that name?
Just sitting here with my Cavassier. Cavassier. Oh man, I love that show.
Yeah, I actually saw that last week. I saw that show.
The Ladies' Man. Yeah. That's that was my idol. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to get into radio. He's the reason. Leon Phelps. He's the reason I wanted to get into radio. Like what? I can be a ladies' man.
That one part when he was trying to keep it all cool. When he was trying to keep it all cool, he wasn't trying to talk like how he talked.
Oh yeah.
He couldn't.
Oh, he was trying so hard, man.
I was like, oh.
He was like, forget it.
He was actually buzzing.
Hey, who's calling into the radio station?
Oh man, they don't want nothing.
Say who's calling into the radio station?
Oh man. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, that was a good show though. I liked that show. And what was that? What was that show? What is the name of that show?
I know. Don't you be forgetting stuff? I know. It's like that. It's like it's today. It's Saturday. It's like supposed to be a lazy Saturday. You know what it is? I know what it is. I know what it is. It's been gloomy here the last few days in Arizona.
Oh, that was
overcast.
Eclipse?
I don't think it's an eclipse. It's just that all that fire from California, all that smoke coming over this way, putting all that stuff in the air. Man, prayers out to California right now. California, oh my God, is literally on fire. Like the sky is red.
Do you see a beachfront property anytime soon?
Yeah, Arizona. I've been saying that for years. That's why I moved. I'm telling you, that's why I moved here, just so I can get beachfront property. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. The San Andreas fault line is going to happen.
Man.
I'm in the right spot. Bring me the beachfront property. I want it. I want it now. Come on, let's get it.
It's coming.
It is coming.
And you know what tripped me out about it? Because they talked about that on it was a talk show, and they was talking about Arizona. About Arizona and California and stuff, and how California is on its way because they have the sinkholes and all that stuff, and they were like talking about all that, and how the whole beachfront property that's been talked about for years, So I don't know, it might come to pass. You just never know.
I hope so. I wasn't going to talk too much about sports, but one thing I wanted to talk about was obviously we just had the first game. Chief and the Texans.
Did you see that game? I was like, what is this?
First off, no, I was rooting for the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? That was
Well,
a good game.
okay,
Though.
no, I knew the Chiefs were, the team to beat.
But a lot of people was going for Texas. I'm telling you,
I was actually going for Texas.
People was going for Texas.
I was actually going for Texas.
Texas was supposed to be favored to win.
Yeah, I was actually going for them. They actually were doing good in the beginning.
Then see what happened was.
Then they got tired. And then that's when Kansas was like, okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and just do this.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because in the first quarter, they were doing it. I mean, Texas was on it. They was doing their thing and stuff. It was 7-7. And then as soon as Kansas made that second touchdown, it was
That was it.
like, that was done. I was like, you know what? Then Texas started to come back and stuff like that, but then it was too late. So
No, but what I hated was the fact at the beginning of the game, you got them, all the Chiefs and the Texans coming together in unity, showing the Black Pride, just unity and stuff, and then the crowd going boo.
Wow. Yeah, that was
How y'all
crazy.
gonna boo? First off,
I mean, that was a good moment right there. I was like,
and it was ruined.
Okay,
that just goes back to systematic racism. They say that it don't exist, but yet you got a whole entire stadium that boos.
Wow.
So y'all would rather see a shot in the back, beat up on the ground by a cop, say it's our fault. But then when we try to do something to show some unity, some peace and love, you boo it. You just like one of those days you say, you can't make this stuff up.
No. See, and that's the thing when they were talking about, if you want to know what black folks went through, talk to a black person.
Yeah, we'll tell you. Like going back to what I was talking about, like me being raised, where I was raised at. So being one of the first, African Americans on the block, and my dad being who he was the first African American firefighter, we had a little bit of political pull growing up. I literally was one of those kids growing up. And you know who my daddy is? Got me out of so much trouble. But I saw, because I was in that position, I saw the difference of how other African American kids or males were treated, and I wasn't, because I had political connections growing up, or who my family was, our name got us out of a lot of trouble. But some people didn't have that. So, but even like I would get pulled over. One time I was 16, and because I had too nice of a car that I'm driving, I get pulled over by the police. And I was at a light. This is in Country Club Hills, Illinois. I'm sitting in the light, and the cop pulls up behind me. We're at the light. I was already at the light. He pulls up at the light. We're just sitting at the light. The light turned green. All of a sudden, I go, and then whoop, whoop, whoop. Police pulls me over. I'm trying to figure out, what did I do? I was sitting at the light. So he gets out the car and says, "Hey, is this your car? Are you sure this is your car?" That was it. Didn't say I was speeding. Nothing. Didn't ask me for my driver's license, my registration. He said, "Hey, is this your car? You sure this is your car?" So I had to prove that the car was in my name. I think that made him even more mad because the car was in my name. I'm 16 with a nice car. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you know who I literally had to say, do you know who my daddy is? Oh, Nate, yeah, I know who that is. You Nate's boy. Yeah, it got me out of so much, but that's what pulled me out all the time. I had a situation. This is why I said, no, that's like more of the racist side. This side was more of just, gang members, stuff like that. It is what it is. Hang with some gang members. And I plead the fifth. But so I'm in the car with one of the homies. We riding around. Same thing. Country Club Hills. I'm sensing a pattern. Country Club Hills, Illinois. I didn't even think about that. Country Club Hills.
You see how snobby? Just all snobs.
Country Club Hills, Illinois. So we riding around with the homie. It was me that time. I think I was speeding or something. I was going too fast. We got pulled over. So this time it was on me. All right, cool. But when we get pulled over, I had one of the homies with me. The cop at some point says, "Hey, I want you to come here, talk to me in my car." So he brings me in the car, and he was like, it was weird. It was just how it went. He just turned around in the car and was like, "Hey, just want to let you know, I know who you are. I know who your dad is. His dad always get me out of stuff. I know who you are. I know who your dad is. And then he's like, I just want to let you know. And he pulled up the guy's record and showed me his whole record. He's like, yeah, he's got warrants right now. Like, I could take him to jail right now. Right now, I can take him to jail. Because I don't want to do no paperwork. I don't want to get you in trouble. I know your dad is. I'm going to let you go. I don't want you hanging around this guy no more. You know, but it was like that type of stuff. But it was the fact of the matter. It's like, if he wasn't with me, how would that situation have gone for him if he was not with me? So I see the difference of, you know, being one, you know, just a regular black person. You know, we shouldn't have to say it like that. Or, you know, having someone that knows somebody or somebody of stature. There should be no differences. We're all the same people.
We are. Well,
we should not be treated any different.
Well,
race, creed, religion, stature in society, any of that. Any of it. That's my token on it. Any of it. Sexual preference, you know, all of it. Even though I don't know personally, but you know, if that's your sexual preference, that's you. I'm not finna fault you. That's you. Love you. You know, love who you gonna love.
Right.
I can't tell you nothing. Do what you're gonna do. But I'm not finna fault you and say you can't come over here because of that.
Right.
I don't want you living around me because of that. That's not gonna change my mind. I'm gonna do me. You go over there. You go do you. But more people need to be that way instead of being like Karens.
They don't want you to do you. They want you to do what they want you to do.
That's like we can't even wear our natural hair. Talking about can't wear braids, can't wear our natural hair. Talking about it's against company policy. It's my natural hair. This is the way it comes out. You get up and you wear your natural hair.
Now, okay, do you heard about American Airlines? What they did, right?
I did not.
Okay, they had allowed their employees to wear Black Lives Matter.
Okay, I did hear about that.
Pins.
Yes. Okay, I did hear about that.
And one of the passengers had some choice words about that.
They were mad at that.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, but they, you know, they have the backing of American Airlines top CEO people who the ones who gave them permission to do it.
Well, he knew there was going to be some backlash.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be some angry white folks. That's how it always is. That's why we got a thing called Karen.
All these Karens.
There's a Karen outside, better run. I love that song. There's a Karen outside, better run.
You know what's so funny about it though? Because all these people started making taglines with this Karen. I was like, wow.
Because they caring too much. They over there caring about your business. Listen, Karen. Oh my God, that was funny. I had to chuckle on that one. Oh, goddamn Karen.
Man, I wish I had my little noisemaker.
Because I ran into so many of them growing up. So many of them coming up. Like one time I was at work one day. And matter of fact, I was working in Indiana. You know, people talk about how bad Indiana is. I was working in Indiana, and I forget it. All right, it is what it is. I was sitting on the stall at work, you know what I'm saying, handling my business. And all of a sudden, so I see a white hand come over and drop a KKK card. One of those, like, get out of town cards. You ever heard of those? There's there's back in our area, Chicago, the Midwest area. It should be everywhere. It should be the South too, but definitely because with the KKK was strong in Indiana, they had these cards that they would either leave on your car or they'll give to you, even blatantly give to you or whatever. This card basically says the KK is here and get out.
Wow.
Yeah. We don't like you. Get out. We're watching. Basically, I got one of those cards was given to me basically. So I was young. I think it was 19. Scared the mess out of me. Of course. I was like, oh man, the KKK.
They gonna get me.
Oh no, the KKK.
See that right there.
How come they don't have the same thing about the KKK that they do Black Lives Matter? Someone say Black Lives Matter and it's a Marxist organization. It's a mob and it's terrorism. It's terrorist.
It's a militant.
Or whatever they want to say about it. But then can't nobody say nothing about the KKK. Like KKK is okay to say. KKK, we can see it all day. We can see Confederate flags everywhere, and it's okay.
But it's okay to walk around the town with a white sheet over your head.
But let a black man walk up with a gun. Just you know how like white every time there's something that happens, white people get guns and go to protest. Do y'all see black people doing that? You do now.
Now, yeah, you do now.
That's something you thought you know what? I'm actually glad I see that. I want to talk about that. All the African Americans, the black gun clubs that's getting together and going to these protests and rallies. You know what? Thank you. Good for you. If they can do it, you know what? Yes, we can too. There shouldn't be no. Once again, it goes by that two-sidedness. It shouldn't be two-sidedness.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that now that the way it is now, like everybody and their mom is trying to get guns now. You know, what was it? This one store, it was a pawn shop. It said that they sold out of all their little guns,
ammunition, and stuff.
Yeah, they sold out and stuff. I was like, wow.
More and more black people are buying guns right now, and that's why they're getting scared too, because they already know we strapped up. You see me strapped. Just letting you know that right now. It is what it is. Like Trump said, it is what it is. Strapped. Especially here in Arizona, man. This is an open carry state. They love their guns. They love their amendments.
See, that's the thing though. I'm not really a gun person.
Love guns. I was in law enforcement. You know, I come from a law enforcement and family and first responder family. Yeah. You know, so it's just in my blood.
Well, hey, it is what it is.
He said it is what it is. You notice we have not talked about Trump today. I was trying to leave the man alone.
I was waiting on it, but hey, I'm gonna leave it alone.
I was trying to leave the man alone because he's having his own problems right now.
Oh, man.
And I'm trying to see how this is going to play out.
Man. Oh, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this play out.
It's like one of those things that he is really trying hard to stay in that office, boy. Because once he's done, click, click. Put them 2 chains on him.
Oh, man. Him and his whole family finna go to jail. Melania finna leave him.
Yeah, I was
she gonna go with the president of Canada. You know, you gonna.
Oh. She ain't going with Putin?
Yeah, she gonna go hang out with Putin.
Hey, she might. Man.
Well, hey, finally we got some guests in the building.
There she is. The one and only.
You got Gizette and Knight up in here.
There she is.
What's going on, guys?
What's happening? Welcome back to Icon Radio. AZ in the Know.
AZ in the Know.
Yes. I wish I was back with some good news.
I know. What we got? I know we mentioned a little bit. We wanted to wait until you got here. There you go. We wanted to wait till you got here.
So what was y'all talking about?
The fact that they did not do the Black Lives Matter
street mural.
And I know you have a lot to do with that.
I do have I can't talk too much about it because we're having a press conference on Monday in front of City Hall at 10 a.m. But what I could say is that email that went out by the city manager was so inaccurate.
We're talking about the Sal guy. Sal.
Okay.
See? That's the Sal guy.
Well, Sal, he hyped it up because if you notice in there, basically he said they knew better than to put that on the street because if they did, it would have been all hell breaking loose. We win. That's basically what he said. If you read it, what is his comments? It's basically, that's what he said.
It's on his page?
Yeah, it's on his page.
Sal, I'm coming for you, Sal.
So the city manager, he said that I knew it wasn't allowed, safety concerns and legality issues. So what a lot of people don't know is this project has been going on for 2.5 months.
Right.
Not just me talking about it or stuff like that.
Found it. I don't know where it's at.
Oh gosh. It's been me meeting with the city, with the streets director.
My thing.
Here you go. That's what he said.
So my thing is, out of the whole thing, Tucson did it. Where you're talking about, it's against the law, against policies.
It's over 20 cities that did it. So here's the thing. There's no known data. I shouldn't say known. There's no data. No data, no studies, no evidence proving that street murals contribute to safety hazard issues. These are opinions, not facts.
Oh, yeah.
That's just what it is. And the thing that bothers me is when black people want to do some type of change, people of color. Let's make it broader.
Yeah.
People of color wants to do some type of change down here in the city, and it's met with misinformation, uneducated correspondence. Then everybody shuts it down. That's not how it should be, because when you look at the emails, because Arizona Republic requested all that information.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling they're going to do a study on it. So when you look at the emails and you look at the comments, you was reading some. You was sending me some of the comments.
Them comments, y'all don't understand. Them comments we was reading so racist.
One of the comments said, "Do not put this mural down here because they're going to start killings. It's going to be killings down here. They're violent." I was like, "What? He's talking about black people?" I was like,
"That's how they view us. They scared." It goes back to they scared.
So I was like, "What?" And then other comments is, Lavelle, I did a fundraiser for this mural. So where the tax money coming from?
Oh, that blew me. I had to say something on that one. Like, first off,
you text me. You was like, "What? Where is the tax money coming from?"
And that's a part of why a lot of people wanted to vote against it, because there's just so much disinformation that was put out there.
And that's why it should have went to city council. People should have been able to speak on it, and then we take it to a vote.
We were there. Yeah. We were there.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do nothing.
So right now, what I'm doing is I'm fighting, because take it to city council. You shut it down to city council, fine. But remember Mayor Kate, remember Michael Nowakowski, Laura Pastor, Vice Mayor Betty, and Carlos Garcia. Y'all told me I had y'all votes. You don't keep your word. Where's the honor in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the honor in that? We select leader. We elect leaders, not followers. Where's the honor in that?
Wow.
For 2.5 months.
You've been told this, and they
Two
just
and
flipped
a
script.
half months. Soon as those emails came in, what happened? What happened?
It was all them comments that we were seeing all over them pages, and the pressure from Arizona.
But come on now. You know how much pressure, Alabama was under when Martin Luther King wanted to do the civil rights?
Say it again.
You can't give in to that, because that's part of the system. When he said we win, I said, I got it now. So they know if we don't want change, this is what we have to do. We have to call you. We have to say epithets, egregious epithets. We have to email misinformed information. We have to email stuff that's not even related to the mural. You know what I'm saying? Because they called me a communist.
Oh, yeah, because they think that Black Lives Matter is a Marxist organization. I even had to get on somebody like, first off, we have nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. I'm a black person and feel like my life matters.
Yes! Black Lives Matter. I'm not with that organization. This is not a Black Lives Matter Phoenix Metro project. This is a Gizette Night reality dreams funded by the community, backed by the community project.
Thank you.
Right.
That's what it is. So when you say... Period. When you say it's anti-police, that's not the creation. That's not what the creation was about. It was about inclusiveness and unity. Nothing about that mural says anti-police. Nothing about me. Larvell, when I did the 2 marches, who did we collaborate with?
Law enforcement, politicians, city officials, everybody.
So how am I anti-police? How? Again, you cannot give in to this type of behavior, because when you do, this is what happened. Nothing moves. It stays stagnant.
That's why votes matter, people.
Very important.
Make sure y'all are registered. We have it to October 5th, I think it is. That's the last time you can actually register to vote and get it in. I know it's a certain date. I want to say it's October 5th, and then we go vote November 3rd. So y'all better be ready.
Can you read Sal's?
Oh, she's like, I just want you to read it. Hold on.
Can you read that comment, please?
This is what he said. Black Lives Matter mural backpedaling. This is government speak for public would have handed us our ass if we would allow the Black Lives Matter mural to happen. Never underestimate political self-perseverance. We win again. So the reason why he's saying that, because he's going up, we were talking about this earlier, he's going up against the Phoenix Suns right now. And I don't know the exact story, but it's something to do with payments, monies, bribery, something to do with that.
Yes.
And he is spearheading that. Same guy. He's trying to do something right now. He just needs a voice. I don't know if he's trying to run for another type of office. He needs to shut up. That's what he needs to do.
My thing is,
shut up in politics.
It speaks volumes, though, when he said that, because I just said he's making fun of them. Saying, not to put, because if you do, our white racist, our plea people, our Trump supporters is going to get all up in that ass. While your people, your community of color is like, we're looking up to y'all to do something.
And he's supposed to be city council. He's supposed to be looking out for everybody. Not just
everybody.
us. Everybody. City of Phoenix.
Everybody.
What got me was when they said that the reason why, one of the reasons why they didn't want to have it is because people would crash. People would get into car accidents.
Yes.
And I had to
run red lights. Don't forget, they're going to run red lights.
So I had to tell, I think you told me that, and I had to tell it to somebody else because it was a true statement. I was like, because I wound up arguing with somebody on Facebook about something. I said, well, what if you're in a school zone and you looking at the ground? Don't it say school on the ground?
It does.
Doesn't that mean slow down? Isn't there all type of markings on the ground now? I was like, So if y'all, I told him straight up, if you think that if having Black Lives Matter on the ground is going to detriment you from driving, I don't want to be around you on a regular day.
Correct.
Driving.
Correct.
That means you don't know how to pay attention to the road.
Correct.
You don't know how to pay attention to the signs on the road.
Correct. Correct.
I'm done.
This is. Let me tell you, I was in meetings.
And then they put up your email with your name on. That's what blew me when they got a hold of your email with your name. Like, first off.
Yeah. So just so you know, people are going on my Facebook page, my business Facebook page, and saying some nasty stuff. And I'm just like, really? Like, you don't even know me.
They've been coming at AZ and know as well. I was telling him, I don't think he actually saw it because I'm the one that normally tends to the Facebook pages and posts.
You text me some of the stuff, and I was just like, wow.
They are legitimately don't like it, racist, and it's just why is there so much hate?
They told my best friend William, you met William, they told him take his ass back to New York. We don't want that here.
Wow. Wow, they said go home, Negro. They told him to go home, Negro?
No, they said take your ass back to New York.
Yeah, that's what they said. Go home, Negro.
I was like, what is wrong with people? And this is who we caving into? Ridiculous.
We will not be stopped. We will not be stopped.
I'm moving forward.
So what's happening? You're going to be having a press conference?
Yes, I'm having a press conference on Monday at 10 a.m. in front of City Hall.
If y'all could be there, make sure y'all show up. We need support. We need to have as many people as possible. We need to be unified. That's the only way it's going to work.
That's basically what this is about. We need to be unified because please people, Sal DeSucio supporters, Trump supporters, they're unified.
Oh.
They're unified.
Yes.
And they got money backing them. So put that out there too. They have money backing them because there's no way they was able to send out I think they said it was about 6,000 emails a day. 6,000 emails a day?
What?
Yes.
How are you doing that?
That's just the same people just hitting repeat over and over and over and over and over and over. But that just shows you if you can get 6,000 emails, it just shows you how many people actually pay attention to actually tune in, to actually sit there and do it, minus the people that there actually is. That just lets you know how much more racist people are actually here in Arizona.
So it's a lot.
And it should be so blatant. I had to film this one lady follow me around the store. Like, you just follow me around the store. I literally had to film her.
Wow.
Like, there she go again. Look, there she is right there.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So my thing is like a lot of people's like, we want policy change. Well, if you can't lift 25 pounds, how the hell are you going to lift 50?
So you can't do it. You can't do it.
They're not even moving policy to paint a damn mural.
We're going to get it. We're not going to back down. We're not going to be bullied. You know, this is something that needs to happen. Arizona needs to see this. Phoenix needs to see this. We need a unity. We want the mural. Phoenix, paint the mural. Yeah,
and you know what? One of the things that happened that was beautiful, Dolores Huerta. I don't know if you heard of her. Oh, badass woman.
Who is this?
She's a civil rights I don't know if you would call her. She's a civil rights activist. There you go.
Okay.
Her and Cesar Chavez founded the United Farmers Foundation, and she emailed me, and I showed her the mural, and she was like, everything was all caps.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And then she was like, "Si se puede," means yes you can, and this must happen. Wow. So I was just like, wow.
That's big. That's big right there.
And this woman's 92, if I'm correct, 92. And she was beat up by San Francisco cops, broke her ribs.
Wow.
They broke her ribs. This woman.
True activist.
Perseverance. I mean, like, this woman is a fighter. And for her to tell me this, I was just like, I'm not stopping.
That's dope, man. Man, I'm getting chills right now. That's dope.
Yeah, she said, because she issued a statement on behalf of the mural. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, wow, that's amazing.
Man, see, if it can be approved like that, all y'all got to do is approve it.
Make it happen.
We just want a mural. We just want something to show unity. That's it.
Unity, not violence. It's not going to be you paint the mural, people aren't going to start killing each other.
Right, showing up with guns. That's the other thing we're over here talking about. Like, every time there's a protest, every time there's a march, every time there's something going on, how come white people show up with guns? They show up with guns, talking about that. But yet, when we show up with guns,
we're the bad guys.
It never fails.
We're going to loot. We're going to riot. This is why I understand this. And, you know, I'm glad that I went through this, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because now I get to see the process. Mm-hmm. I see why things are the way they are. I really do. There's a system here of oppression and racism, and it has to be torn down.
Coming 2024, Gizette night for what office?
No. I'm in the community. That's where I'm staying.
Don't put that on me.
Don't put that on me. But I'm just being honest. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. It's a system here that has to be torn down.
We need to get this Sal guy. Right? What's his name? DeSucio? We need that man. Because it's not just that post. Mm-hmm. It's if you go to and this is on the city council page, not like the personal. This is city councilman Sal, and it's almost every post has some racist stuff on here, just racist, and all the comments. I can't believe it. And this is our city councilman.
But you have to understand, he was elected. He was elected. So there's people that believe in the stuff that he's saying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what that is, you know.
He is definitely a Trump supporter.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Speaking of Trump, he'll be here Monday.
Oh, yeah. He'll be here on Monday. That's why we need to have as many people downtown. What time is it? 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. City Hall.
City Hall.
3rd Ave between, 2nd Ave and 3rd Ave. City Hall.
Y'all make sure y'all come down there. Most of y'all work from home. Make sure y'all put yourselves, give yourselves a vacation, get some time off, something. Come on down. I'll be there. Come on, see me up there. And matter of fact, we need to show Trump like we can be unified because Trump gonna be here too. Can't stand Trump. I didn't talk about Trump too much. He got his own. I was about to say he got his own issues this week. He got his own troubles. We're gonna let that play out for a little minute. I'll be back next week.
Oh my gosh, he's coming back next week.
I'll be back next week on Trump. I'm gonna wait because man, it's just why can't we just fire him? I just don't understand.
They tried. It's hard when you have the Supreme Court and the Senate on your side.
Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah.
If he was to get reelected, there is don't quote me, maybe 3 or 4 seats that's gonna be up for grabs. That he can actually fill again, because he didn't fill at least 2 to 3 seats so far, because they stopped Obama from doing it. This whole election, they kept trying to find reasons why Obama could not get a Supreme Court justice, and as soon as Trump got in, he got 2 or 3 of them.
That's because the Senate blocked it. That's what that was. Mitch McConnell blocked it.
Yeah,
all them Republicans.
They blocked it.
All of it.
But not only that, we need Ruth. Justice Ruth.
She's hanging in there.
Yeah, she needs a break. Come on now.
She's hanging in
Let
there.
her-
And
let
she's
her
hanging in there for a
retire,
reason.
do what she wants to do.
Let's make her
You know?
retire, please. Let's
Just not
she's-
right now. We
just not
need
right
you
now.
right now.
Stay there. We need you. Hold on. We coming. We about to turn the state blue. That's another thing. We're on the verge of turning the state blue. We're that close.
Yeah. Shout out to Simone Bowden, who's working on Joe Biden and Kamala's campaign.
I did not know that. Yes, that's Reginald Bowden's wife. Yeah, Simone Bowden.
yeah.
Yes. Oh wow. Shots out. Hold on. I see you, girl. I see you. I see you. All right. That's what's up.
She's amazing. She's definitely an amazing woman.
Okay. Nice.
Definitely, she's been giving me a lot of advice, and I appreciate her on that.
Wow. I met them years ago at a dinner. It was at a Prince Hall function. Long time ago. Great couple. Great couple. Great people.
Very good. Very community oriented. So I love that too. And you know, not just there. I wouldn't even say they're there. Period for photo ops. They're there to actually
Genuinely.
make change. Yeah.
I know they got their own organizations that they have that they run as well. On top of him being, a politician here as well. So that's somebody you need to look out for. Them two right there. Oh yeah.
Power couple.
Corey Woods, like you said, now the mayor of Tempe. And we got Sarah Tyree. I know she's running for office.
Dr. Jeray Peaton is up for re-election. She's running.
She's
as
running.
well
Tim C. That's another one.
for mayor.
So we got some. O.D. Harris. He just got
in. Yeah.
He was here last week. We just had him on the show last week. Oh man.
Yeah, and some of the stuff I was watching. I was watching it while y'all was live. Some of the stuff that he said. A lot of the candidates are saying, and I think that's like you don't want to. You're like I want to say afraid, but you don't want to put your face out there, like on your literature, because people won't vote for you because you're black.
That's what
They won't do it.
Yeah.
They won't do it. They won't. You got to realize a lot of people won't. Just like we don't think that it should happen that way, it does. And so for him to actually put his face on there, because he's right. Most people do not put their faces on those posters. It's not. I've seen so few.
Yeah.
But for him to do it and where he was at was a bold move. And for him to actually get elected was even bolder. So.
Well, you gotta understand what it's saying too. It's saying that we're not going to comply with the system that's at play here. And that's what we have to do. We have to disrupt the system.
It's the only way we get. The only way we're gonna make something happen. We have to disrupt this. This is why we say defund the police. We don't mean take all the money away. That's not what we're saying.
No, not at all.
It's not what we're saying at all.
Not
Just
at all.
allocate some a little bit over here to the community instead of getting so much more guns and stuff like that.
And waste, because I'm not sure if you know what the budget is. Let's say they give you $700 million this year, right?
Okay.
$700 million. You only spend $500 million. You have $200 million left. You have to spend that. Oh, so you're not getting that $700 million next year. So that money goes to stuff that they may not need, and it just sits there. Equipment sits there. Vehicles sit there. So what's wrong with giving $200 million to a community that needs it?
That's true.
What's wrong with that?
That's what we're saying, people. Not take just to disarm, ban them, and there's just no police. Nobody want that, because I still want to call the police if you acting a fool. I'm just saying. I'm going to call the police.
But I also think they need to, period, just start investing more money in prevention instead of enforcement.
Yes.
That's just what needs to happen. Put more money into prevention instead of enforcement.
Education, anything. Prevention, anything.
Yeah.
Because we're having too many brothers dying. My thing is when you get called, the police get called, and it be something like where the family member just went crazy, or maybe he's off his meds. Something so minute, and then he's dead when the police get there.
There was a 13-year-old boy that just got shot up. Had mental issues. 13-year-old.
Recently?
13-year-old white boy. Look it up. 13-year-old white boy.
Yeah, I heard that one.
No,
was shot up by the cops.
Yeah.
He's white.
I think he had about maybe 4 bullets, 3 or 4 bullets.
Wow.
And because it was for mental disturbed and
wow.
Yeah, his mother called on him.
because she was having trouble containing him.
See, it always happens.
And then so they came out. She called them to come and help her, calm him down and everything. But they come and they kill him.
Did he die?
Well, not kill him, but
Because I was
He
like,
got shot up.
he got shot up. They shooting this young boy, you know, I was just like, when I was reading this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, a parent calls the police for them to come and help her calm her child down, and they come and they just shoot them up. That don't make sense. I'm like, wow, I don't know.
Again, put money in prevention.
like I said before,
Instead of
what I said was, don't make me say it again. Oh, that's funny. No, but that's what needs to happen. We need more. Just like all these Sal fans and all those 6,000 emails that he was getting. Just, we need to do the same thing. We need to do the same thing. We need to come together. Like, look, just drop an email or two. That's all. Just drop an email or two. They coming in droves.
Yeah.
And they coming hard. Like, you know what? No, we do not want it. I just can't get past the fact they said it was Marxist. That's the only thing that's bugging me about the whole thing. They're
communist, and don't forget terrorists.
Terrorist organization. How, Sway? Like, how, Sway?
Well, that's the narrative that they say whenever black people take pride in themselves. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the women's liberation movement. We was disenfranchised from that. And when we tried to get in there, they started talking about the black woman. They're uneducated, and stuff like that. And it's like, what? Yeah. Because we want equality. We want to get equal pay and all this stuff. This is what it's about. This is what you're saying about us?
They don't want us to have it. And when we try to get it, it's like, no. But then when we try to get it, we try to make, like you say, make some more noise. Yeah. Now they're wrong. Or they're, bitches and hoes.
Violent.
All that
violent type of stuff. And terrorists.
Thugs.
Thugs. Yes,
that's the one thing I don't get.
Yeah. They said that about the mural. These thugs want to paint a mural on our tax-paying streets. I was like, what? And then they want to put their heroes on the street. Those are American heroes.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. American heroes. That's like, they need to stop putting race on the birth certificates. American. That's it. Yes. I don't want to know if you're white or black. Just put American. That's my thing. I think that'll change a lot.
That would be, yeah. I actually like that.
Put American on the birth certificate. Don't put no color. I don't want to know if he's white, Caucasian, black, Indian, Asian. Was he born here in America? Guess what? You are American. But y'all don't want to have that conversation.
That would be a good one.
Y'all don't want to have that conversation. That's like the other day when the Chiefs played. Shout out to the Chiefs.
Oh, gosh, here you go.
But, yeah, before the game, everybody was, there in unity, and then you heard the crowd booing.
Yeah.
Bro. Y'all say there's no racism. Y'all say there's no systematic racism. Mm-hmm. But yet the whole crowd, well, I ain't gonna say the whole crowd. A lot of them booed.
It was a lot of them for you could hear it.
Oh, yeah.
So
it was loud.
But I guarantee you, that's because it was for Black Lives Matter. But if it was for, like, breast cancer or, suicide prevention, they would have been cheering. But saying that Black Lives Matter,
they hate that. Why does that hurt you? Why does that hurt you? I don't understand what Black Lives Matter is so bad that it hurts your soul to have hate in your heart. Mm. Like I be up at night thinking about this. Like, what hurts you so bad to come on Sal? We're talking about you again, Sal. Sal's page, because you Sal. Mm-hmm. Come on your page and have all these racist comments over and over, and nobody says anything bad. Nobody says, hey, should y'all not be saying this? Mm-hmm. He's an elected official. Should we not be speaking like this on this page? Like somebody need to say something. I'm sorry.
Say something.
Please.
No, yeah, I'm speaking to you. I'm pointing to you.
I was like, please.
No, I'm talking because here's the thing. When you see what did John Lewis say? When you see something wrong, speak up.
Good trouble.
Speak up. So, Floyd, if you see something wrong, don't say, "Oh my gosh, why nobody speaking up?" Speak up.
That's why we have these conversations here on AZ and the No and Icon Radio, #1 radio station, online station in Arizona. Thank you so much.
Speak up.
Speak up.
So we have these conversations. I had to throw that in there. Shameless plug. Make sure y'all tune in to what are we trying to do again? We need a theme song.
Yes, a theme song.
Yeah, I do.
You know, we've been searching and searching and searching.
We need that right voice.
And
We need that right music.
I mean, that person is out there. I know it. I know they are. They're out there.
He's trying to give y'all a chance.
Get noticed. You know,
Get some recognition.
Yeah.
Let the industry hear you a little bit.
I mean, and then who? I mean, you just don't get free studio time. You know, just like that, all willy nilly.
You give you free studio time.
You know what I'm saying?
Just come in.
Free
I just need you and that brain. Make some magic happen. Oh, yeah? Okay. All right. So we have next coming into the studio in a few minutes here.
Dr. Marcell Enoch.
So we're going to get some nutrition on. We were done with politics. Make sure y'all tune in, or not tune in. Make sure y'all come out and support. Monday morning, 10 a.m. Once again, where's it going to be at?
In front of City Hall, 10 a.m. on Monday morning.
Make sure y'all come out there and support. This is AZ in the Know. We'll be right back.
Gonna get through this. Gonna fight through this. Go. Gonna live through this. We won't, baby. Gonna love through this. We yell power to the people, the mouse to the steeple. Melanin royalty, fighting for what's equal. Stay woke. Stay woke. Through this. Stay woke. We shout love one another. My sister, my brother. Blessings to the true fathers and real mothers. Stay woke. They tried to kill our seeds, but we will still grow. By any means necessary, we stay woke, stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. They know our power is valuable, tell us to vote. But rob our communities, they the ones broke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. They kill our black lives and leave us dead in the street. Got the video proof, but they not guilty. In the words of the late, great Martin Luther King, we're never satisfied with police brutality. They eradicate our history, redefine identity. Remnant royalty survives every form of slavery. Love is our power, unity our energy. Victory is ours, we only have one enemy. Music is our therapy, plant our prosperity. Reverse the low frequency, create a living legacy. Abolish private prisons and systemic oppression. Reclaim our own children from the foster care system. Black eugenics plan, Roe v. Wade decision. Cherish life from beginning to end. It's God-given. No matter who's president, United States of melanin. Waiting for the kingdom to come until then. We yell power to the people, the mouse to the steeple. Melanin royalty, fighting for what's equal. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. We shout love one another. My sister, my brother. Blessings to the true fathers and real mothers. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. They tried to kill our seeds, but we will still grow. By any means necessary, we stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke.
Stay woke.
Stay
With
woke.
Warren
Stay
Stewart.
woke.
Make sure y'all go cop that. All right, so who we got going on? Who we got in the studio now?
Man, I've been trying to get this young man in the studio for a while, you know, but I thank God it's done happened right now, okay? This young man is Dr. Marcell Enoch, and he is a licensed Arizona pharmacist. Man, the man knows his stuff, you know what I'm saying? He talks about nutrition, talks about fitness, talks about wellness and health. Man.
Welcome to AZ in the Know.
That's right. Let's get it. So, Marcell, tell us about yourself. What's going on?
I just want to start off by just saying thank you for having me on here. It's an honor. Thank you. It's been a minute since we talked, but you got me here. But,
nice.
Just getting right into it. So, of course, I'm an Arizona native.
Oh, really?
I'm an Arizona
There's
native.
Arizona. There's more Arizonians.
Yeah. Born and raised here, but my schooling took me back to the East Coast, New Jersey,
Okay.
where I spent 4 years at Rutgers University, and that's kind of where I got my pharmacy degree, PharmD, Doctor of the Pharmacy, and then of course I moved back here, and I set up roots here, and I've been practicing here for the last 2 years, where I do the day-to-day job of a pharmacist, and then on the side of that, I do online coaching from fitness to nutrition. So I'm trying to do it all. I'm trying to kind of advocate for living that healthy lifestyle, making sure you're prioritizing kind of your health first, right? Not just only physical, but your mental health, because it all goes hand in hand as a person. So just being a wholesome individual, and I try to advocate for that and promote that.
Because we know African American males, we don't want to go to the doctor. We don't want to talk about health. We try to avoid it at all costs. Unfortunately, that is the norm. How do you feel about this? Where do you stand? Like, what do you feel about when, African American males just don't want to check their own health?
So when it comes to that, you need, like I just said, you need to prioritize your health. You need to understand where you stand as far as your health, making sure everything is okay, everything's running properly. You can't just neglect that, because one day you're going to wake up and you dug yourself a hole, because if you would have just did preventative measures, got checked up, did your yearly checks, did your 6-month checks, you could have prevented those kind of catastrophic conditions that usually I see every day. Like, if you would have just got checked out, you could have prevented this from happening. So you need to take it serious to go in every 6 months and get those yearly physicals and understand that your health is important. Because if you don't understand that your health is functioning properly, you're not going to be the best individual. You're not going to be the best version of yourself. Because one day you're going to wake up and you're not going to wake up.
Because what is it? Prostate cancer, diabetes.
Yep.
What else is wrong with us?
High blood pressure. High cholesterol.
Oh man,
all that
That's
stuff.
like, this is what we need to be
right there.
checking.
That's
Because I
high
had to check.
cholesterol,
I was
boy.
one of those. I was a victim. I had high blood pressure, and they said I was pre-diabetic.
Yep.
So, they said I had to lose weight and make sure I, do this, don't eat this type of food. So I saved myself. I'm not diabetic. I was able to save it. I've dropped down. I know I'm a little chunky now. It's okay, though. I was like 280 pounds at one point. I'm at about 240, 250. So I done lost some weight, but it was dangerous. Like, I'm not trying to be no diabetic.
No, and I say this, that those lifestyle modifications, like you just said, pre-diabetic, get my health in check, get that nutrition in check, get that fitness in check, and you kind of prevent yourself from progressing towards a full-blown type 2 diabetic. So if you just get your health in check, prioritize it, it's that simple.
Brother, I had a mild heart attack at 32.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was all bad. But there's a brother I went to high school with a long time ago. Lonnie Funds. I forget his last name. We used to call him Lonnie Funds. I think he was maybe 28, 30. Don't even quote me, but he was so young, and he actually died. Had a stroke. It was a heart attack. Don't quote me on it, but he was young, and it was way too young to be sitting here having heart attacks, and we ain't number 30 at the time. So that hurt. So we got to get checked.
So what is it like? Okay, I know when it comes to like stuff like that, like heart attacks and heart disease and all that stuff. Now, what is it that causes that? What is it that, the main thing that really causes like heart attacks and all that stuff?
So I can't really put a specific on what can cause it, because there's a lot of variables that go into what can cause a heart attack. But essentially what happens and why you get a heart attack is your blood vessels constrict, prevent blood flow to the heart. And of course, if you're restricting blood to pretty much the central functioning part of your body, that's what's leading to that heart attack. So there's a lot of things that can lead to the constriction of your blood vessels. From cholesterol, you have atherosclerosis, you have those plaques building up, which can constrict the blood vessels. So there's a lot of things that can lead to you having that heart attack, not just one variable. And one of them being overweight, being obese, and then you can have like drug-related heart attacks, right? So
Actually, no, I did not know that.
yeah. So
Yeah. Drug-related heart attack.
So a lot of common drugs a lot of people use on the street. Cocaine is one of those. It's a stimulant, and like that's a common thing that can precipitate a heart attack.
Wow.
It's a stimulant, so it's essentially constricting the blood vessels.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Right? So what's happening is, just keeping it simple, you can have those external factors, drugs, causing heart attacks, or you can have condition-related like situations that can cause a heart attack. And mainly what's happening is, like I said, the blood vessels are constricting, preventing that blood flow to the heart, which is essentially causing
Doesn't stress cause it? Or
stress. There's a lot of things. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that can cause
I
you to
even
have a
hearing
heart
about
attack.
stress.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know stress was so bad until I started having my issues. And they kept the one thing that kept the doctor kept asking, "Are you stressed? Have you been under a lot of stress lately? You've been under a lot of stress, haven't you? What's going on with you?" And they say that makes things, deteriorate. I don't know, but they say it makes things worse. Like whatever you have going on makes it worse. So I don't know.
Correct. So just being overweight too, that's another big risk factor. Obesity.
I'm trying, brother. I'm trying.
Yeah, obesity. I would say this just as far as being a high risk factor, that is linked to a lot of conditions: diabetes, high blood pressure, right? High cholesterol, right? So all those things are linked to a common high risk factor, which is obesity. So changing those lifestyle modifications, such as getting your health in check, losing weight, getting to a healthy weight, can kind of lower your risk from experiencing those conditions and those diseases. So
you should need to get up, stop being lazy, and go to the gym.
yeah. So
But you know what? This is why they need to reopen America. Like open it back up so we can go.
So as of okay, now all the ones that are not able to go to the gym, there are plenty of things that they can do, right?
yeah. So like I say, find something that you can do active every day that brings you joy, where you can go out every day for at least 30, 45 minutes. It doesn't necessarily have to be the gym. I tell everybody, find something, like I said, that you can do that brings you joy, that's active. It can be going to the mill, walking your kids, walking your dog, going hiking, biking. I can go on and on about the activities that you can do that's going to promote you to lose weight and just feel good.
Just get active.
Just get active, keeping it simple.
Now with losing weight, now with that, now how is that when it comes to you know how some people say, oh, I'm gonna get on this diet, or I'm gonna not eat, I'm gonna fast for 3 days, or you know, stuff like that. You know, what is a good option? What is a good way to even do something like that when it comes to your nutrition, your foods?
And I don't like the word diet because you should be really living the lifestyle. It shouldn't necessarily be a temporary fix. It should be kind of a permanent fix, something that you're waking up every day and doing.
Okay.
Right?
That made a lot of sense.
No. So it's like these diets that a lot of people want to do, they're short-term solutions for something that they've been accumulating over years. You've been eating bad over years. You haven't been going to the gym for the last 5 years, and you expect to solve that problem by losing weight in 2 weeks. It's not going to happen. It's not really healthy to drop that much weight, go on those fast diets, right? So it's kind of one of those situations where you kind of need to take it slow. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you need to take your time with it, understand that this is a lifestyle. These are the changes that you need to make day in and day out, not just for 2 weeks and then go back to your old habits, right? So
what about for people that think that eating healthy, being healthy, doing healthy activities cost? Like it costs a lot. If you ever notice, like bad foods, cheap, quick foods are cheap, but then healthy foods, to eat healthy, it costs. Now, what do you say to people like that?
And I'm glad you asked that, because that's a common thing that comes up. Like, oh, it's too expensive to eat healthy, but that's incorrect, because you can have a full course meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks on the $50 budget a week. And you're spending more of that every day going out to fast food. You're probably spending that in 3 days going out to eat.
Spending that in 1 day.
Exactly. You're spending exactly. So it's easier to make an excuse than produce results. So that's a common thing. A lot of people don't want to go out there and be diligent and find the foods, because a lot of foods are always on sale. If you understand, a lot of vegetables are affordable. If you go to like farmers markets, there's a lot of ways you can save money on food. And like I said, you can have a budget for a single individual of $50 per week, and that's going to pretty much give you more than what you need for the average individual's
What are some of
needs.
the type of things we should be looking to get?
So stay away from anything processed. Get rid of all the junk food. Get rid of all the soda, ice creams. Those are the simples. Those are the things you you see what I'm saying? So those are the people listening right now. So those are the things you can do right now. You can go in your pantry, go in your refrigerator, get rid of all that stuff, and you've already kind of catapulted yourself forward. You're already a step ahead of the game now. You got rid of all the stuff that's essentially calorie-dense foods that aren't really that healthy for you.
What about tea and fruit juices?
So
I heard that was not good.
So tea, I'm all for tea. So yeah, if you need something other than water, tea is totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you're not like caffeine sensitive and you're okay with stimulants and stuff, and they have decaf teas. So if you need something other than water, and I always advocate for just drinking water. Like I said, get rid of the soda, the juice. You don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah, so teas. So
Yeah,
okay,
you could
that's good.
Especially teas, the caffeine in it curbs your appetite, so it's a good alternative.
My son is probably watching this right now, and he's a health nut, and he's the one actually helping me. He gets me to actually, because he plays football.
Okay.
He's into sports. And, I love the kid. He's 16, but he's the one that makes us actually eat healthy. So we eat more, vegetables now and salads and sandwiches and all type of, different stuff, and not just like the, meats or fast food all the time. So I get it. Sometimes you need like a push. I got to push. I got my son there. See, he's a health nut.
Yeah, you need somebody in your corner just saying like, hey, eat this, not that. Like that's what you have to stick with,
But see, how can you like stay motivated when you don't?
It's so hard.
Have that. If you don't have that person like right there, literally saying, eat this, don't eat this, do this, don't do that. When you don't have that, like, how can you like get yourself up and get it, get yourself motivated to do it?
Yeah. So outside of me like texting clients like, hey, stick on it, like motivating, like if you don't have that, then set small term goals throughout the week that, hey, I'm aiming to lose half a pound a week. And if I accomplish this, I can do X, Y, and Z. Find ways that like, don't set these like big goals throughout the week. I'm going to lose 5-10 pounds a week and you don't accomplish that. I'm going to get a 6-pack in 2 weeks and you don't accomplish that. That's why people give up. No, that's why a lot of people give up.
Yeah.
They set these like crazy goals when they're not even realistic and they don't accomplish and they give up. Oh, this didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
Well, you want to lose 30 pounds in a month. You want to look like that guy on the magazine or that girl on that magazine, and you didn't accomplish that. So now you gave up. But set realistic goals to who you are, who you're looking in the mirror. That person in the mirror, set goals to that person. So like I said, whatever is motivating. So I want to fit into those jeans that I wore 10 years prior, right?
We all got those jeans.
Yeah. So
we all got those jeans.
You want to do that. You want to do that in maybe 6 to 8 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
So set goals like that, and each week the scale goes down, and you start to see like, hey, I'm getting a little bit slimmer, right? You have to set those like minor goals so you can reach that major goal, right? So when it comes down to motivating yourself, like I said, you have to set realistic goals to yourself, not what you're seeing on TV in the magazine, right? Because if you do that, you're just gonna give up.
Yeah,
just gonna give up.
So one thing that I would like to talk about before it gets too late is another aspect that we want to touch on that's even more important than this, which is the mental health. And that's something that definitely doesn't get talked about and should be talked about more often, is mental health in the African American community, because they don't want to talk to nobody.
No.
So how important is that? Like, well, how can we get more people to say, hey, let's talk about it?
Well, just get rid of the stigma that if someone, your loved one, your brother, cousin, or whoever it may be, kids, siblings, rather than saying like everything's gonna be all right, you're gonna get over it, because that's the common thing that happens. Like, oh, I'm feeling down, or someone's feeling down, right? You need to dig a little bit deeper and say like, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? Sit down, talk to me, rather than saying snap out of it, you're gonna be all right.
Right.
So that's a lot. That's a lot what happens. I know this. Like, you just say get over it, when in reality you need to dig a little bit deeper and figure out what's going on with that individual, because if not, those thoughts, those feelings will build up in that person, and then before you know it, it's too late. So in our community, like, you just need to understand, like, that should be a topic of discussion every time you talk. That should be the first thing you talk about, right? Understand like where you're at mentally.
Yeah.
Is everything going on? Like, everything all right? Like, figure that out, understand, and then always check in on your loved ones all the time. Like, if you haven't heard from someone, check in on them, right? Get them out the house. If you notice them staying inside, get them out the house.
Yeah.
Go do something. Force them to do it. Pressure them.
Pressure is real.
If you're, especially the times we're in right now, if you're cooped up inside, those thoughts will start to build up. And if you let those thoughts build up, like I said, they're going to build up to a point where you can't even get out of it.
That's why the world is crazy right now. So everybody was locked up in the house for all the months, and then they just start shooting us. I know we go into off topic, but it's hand to hand, and that's really what it is. Mental health. That's something that's not really discussed.
And it, like I said, it needs to be a priority. And awareness is starting to come up a lot more, because we're starting to see a lot more issues going on, but it still needs to be a priority.
So if they want to reach you, contact you, and they say, you know what, I like what he's talking about, I like that, he said he was a coach. How would they do that? How would they get in touch with you? How would they go through that process?
So a couple ways you can follow me on my social media, my Instagram. I post a lot of food items, recipes, fitness workouts at Marcell Enoch. Of course, Marcell Enoch. That's my Instagram handle. And then my coaching website, which is eatliftgrow.com. And then you can sign up there with the online coaching application. And then I get your email. And then we kind of go from there. We set up a one-on-one Skype and Zoom now, but Zoom interview. And then we go from there, kind of understand your needs and wants. And then we kind of break down the game plan and then go from there.
Okay, we will be posting up a lot of these links here for you. So you can always go to AZ in the Nose Facebook page and find out that information.
So what is it that what started you? What got you into this whole environment, this community?
What was her name? Nah.
Right?
What does she look like? Well, you know,
no.
what is it that got you going? What is it that motivated you to go this direction?
Fitness or just
The fitness, pharmacy, all that. What is it that just?
You just woke up one day. You know
so
what?
it's fitness when it came down to that. Grew up short, chubby kid. Like I said, obesity runs in my family, and one of those things where I got a reality check. People were like, "Oh, you gotta work out, play sports." I fell in love with it. Like I understand I could go either or direction. I can be overweight or I can be in shape, and I fell in love with just working out, and that's kind of what led me to kind of live this life, because I understood if I didn't go that route, then my genetic potential is just to be overweight. So I had to go against the grain and go the opposite way and kind of go that path. And then as far as being a pharmacist, that's kind of something just my grandma being diabetic growing up, and one of those situations where she's always taking this medication and never knowing like how to take the medication, always complaining about it. And just me understanding, like, working out and, like, taking protein shakes and all that other stuff, for me, it just came easy to understand, like, saying those names, learning how to say those names, and just being able to explain some of these things when it came to, like, supplements to friends, because I was the one taking, like, the protein shakes and all that other stuff. And then being a pharmacist is the same thing, but you're actually helping people with medical conditions. So for me, that was just a way, like, I wanted to be in the healthcare setting, and then that was one way I could do it, and it was me, a pharmacist.
Nice.
Oh.
I wouldn't have done it. No, I had a homie, right? And he's not like, you know, on your level as far as that, but it was the reason that he gave me of why he became a pharmacist. I'll never forget why he said it. It's a good reason though. So he was a drug dealer, you know, he was bad, in and out of jail, you know, out the bam. And unfortunately his mother was dying. She wound up passing. But on her deathbed, she said, "Hey, look, I'm tired of you going to jail. I'm tired of you being this way. You know, I want you to, you know, make something of yourself." He was like, "But Ma, all I know how to do is sell drugs."
Okay.
And he went to pharmacy school. Now that's what he does. He sells drugs.
Legally, huh?
Legally, right?
The legal way, though. The legal way, right?
But that was, to me, I never forgot that. Like, that's, you know what? That's whatever it takes to, like you said, whatever it takes to motivate.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to motivate. Oh, I'll never forget that. That was funny. What else?
Man, it's just like this whole thing. Well, okay. Now, when you got, let's see, the fitness part. Let's go back to the fitness. Now, when you got the fitness part, and let's say, okay, is there like a certain way you should be doing that? You know, when you go to, let's say you don't go to the gym, you do everything at home.
Okay.
Okay. Is there like a certain form or a certain format we should be following when it comes to the whole home gym kind of thing?
All right, so I try to keep it as short as possible to explain, to kind of kickstart people that are listening, like their diet, like I'm not even trying to say diet, their lifestyle, kind of get them on track to kind of losing that weight, that fat loss. Mm-hmm. So you have to be in a caloric deficit. So that means eat less calories than your body's maintenance, your basal metabolic rate. So that's the calories that are required for your body pretty much to be functioning. That's pretty much the calories. Us sitting here, that's the amount of calories you're burning just sitting here, just to live, digest food, and just live. That's the amount of calories just required to live. So in order to lose weight, you need to eat less than your basal metabolic rate. You need to be in a caloric deficit.
This is what we need to talk about, because I'm sitting here trying to understand it as he's saying it right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. So like I said, your basal metabolic rate is the amount of calories required for your body to pretty much be functioning. So those are the amount of calories you're burning just sitting here, not working out, not doing anything. So using a number like 2,000 calories per day, if that's your basal metabolic rate, then that's the amount of calories you're just burning, like you're burning every day, not doing anything. So if you eat 2,000 calories per day, that's how many calories your body's going to burn, just not doing anything. Wow. So you're going to not lose weight or gain weight. So guess what? If you want to lose weight, eat less than that 2,000 calories. And there's calculators online where you can just type in BMR calculator, put in all your information.
What's it called?
BMR calculator. So there's a lot of them online, and you pretty much just plug in your information, your gender, your weight, your height, right? And it gives you your calories per day. And it's based on like your activity level. So you put in if you're a sedentary person or you're very active, and it kind of gives you an estimate. They're all estimates. So it just gives you a rough idea. Yeah. So you eat less than that number every day. And like I said, get rid of all the junk food in your refrigerator, pantry, and then that kind of helps you lose that. That's going to allow you to kind of eat and be in the caloric deficit. So if you're at home listening right now, eat foods in moderation. Understand how many calories you should be eating per day, and
don't
eat less.
Don't get that big old hoagie.
Stay away from the hoagies. Stay away from all that.
I love me some submarine sandwiches.
Get those chips out of the drawer, okay?
I got a lot of chips, man.
All of it, and just I challenge everyone listening. Get rid of all, like I said, get rid of all the junk food. And there was a study done in 2009 that basically said it takes around 66 days to form a behavior into a habit. Yeah. So I challenge you to, like I said, do something active every day for 30 minutes at least. And anytime you're feeling like you want to eat junk food, go for the healthier alternative. It can be fruit, vegetables, the lean cut of meat, right? And see kind of how you feel from there. But I challenge you to prioritize being active every day for at least 30 minutes. Just do that. It can be anything. Do that every day, even when you don't want to do it. Go outside, go do something. And over time, you're going to realize, like, hey, this is not that bad. And it's going to become a habit. And then eating those foods that you normally would eat, you don't want to eat those no more because you realize, oh, they made me feel crappy. So eat less than what you're eating right now. It's that simple. And the way to do that is getting rid of the junk food, just to keep it that simple.
Just get rid of junk food, get rid of the pops.
Yeah. And
eat natural snacks.
Snacks. And snacks, and that's hard too. If it's processed, it's kind of hard to gauge. If it's
so like more like fruits and stuff to that nature.
And even fruit in excess is kind of bad too because it's all calories.
You said excess, more of.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
can't have 12,
like I said, the key point is calories. Be in the caloric deficit. Yeah. That's it. It's that simple but complex.
Just keep it simple. Less is more.
Yeah.
No, literally, less is more. Less is more.
Yeah, I get that.
Because you want less of the metachlorians. I've been waiting to say that this whole time. Oh, that's my Star Wars stuff. The metachlorians. Because it sounds like that. What? Say it again. What is it called?
What?
The meta.
See, I try to keep it so it's your metabolic basal rate.
Metabolic basal rate. I just call it the metachlorians.
I mean your basal metabolic rate. You like got me confused what you were saying. You said I'm like, what did I just say? No, it's your basal metabolic rate. I don't know what you were saying. Metachlorian. I don't even know what that is.
Oh God, you don't know what it is. Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
The Force of the Jedi.
Yeah, me saying like that's it, but nah, it's your BMR, basal metabolic rate.
No, but that's why we have this, so we can understand it, because none of us knew that, but now we know.
Yeah.
Now I know to check it.
Yeah, no one just talks about it. They just understand, like, these are my maintenance calories. Eat less than your maintenance calories for every day. And that's just keeping it simple.
You have a lot of clients, don't you?
For what I can do for my time.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would need to call you too. Like, bro, let's. I need to know this. What should I do here? Because I'm one of those. I need to be motivated. I'm one of those. You need to call me. Like, hey, what did you do? Did you eat this today? Did you go work out today? I'm one of those. I can't just get up and go do it. So that's why I like my son is there. My son gets me.
See,
up.
The only thing about that is like you really want to do this. You set your mind to it and you say, okay, I want to do this, and so you start doing it and everything, and then that urge, it's like, oh man, I want them cookies, or I want them that sneaker bar, or
God,
you know,
it's
I
great.
just, you know,
Gave us the chocolate cake.
you know, so
It's that
so
voice in your ear. That's
yeah,
that voice in your head. You gotta
you know,
ignore it.
Ignore that voice.
But then it's like,
Oh.
then you be like, well, you know what? If I eat this sneaker bar and stuff like that, then I can just work out a little bit, you know, a little bit more. And stuff
See,
like that.
That's the key, making sure you work out.
That's the common misconception, right? You eat. So think about this: you eat healthy, or right, and I put that in quotation marks. Eat healthy, be in a caloric deficit for 5 days out of the week. But then when the weekend comes, Saturday, Sunday, you're picking out. But guess what you just did? All those foods you ate throughout the week, being in the caloric deficit, it kind of just canceled out.
Yeah.
Because you just picked out. You ate a large pizza. You ate some wings. You ate a pint of ice cream.
So lifestyle, going back to the lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
lifestyle
now you
change.
wake up. Now you wake up Monday and like, oh, the scale didn't move. I just had a little bit of food. I had a little bit of had some snacks this week, and you're doing that every week in, and then you understand why you're not losing weight, because Saturday and Sunday count.
So don't go to McDonald's.
that's
Go to
crunch-
the what is that? The
That's crunch
salad
time.
store. That they got?
Salad and go.
Salad and go. Yeah, don't go to McDonald's. Go to Salad and go.
Exactly, because Salad and Go. I love that place.
Man,
I
who
do
you
too.
telling, right?
I
love that
Low
place.
key.
I love
Man,
it. Yeah.
I'm always like, every time I get a chance, I'm
Salad and Go.
Salad and go.
There's a lot of places like there, like Salad and Go.
Shameless plug.
right?
I know, right? Salad and go. If y'all want some airtime, y'all need to come to AZ in the Nose.
Right. Some sponsorship,
You know what I'm
something.
Hey, Salad and Go is a good place. And those places like that, those are places you should be going to, because they put all the calories on their menus. A lot of places do now; they have to, and they have those healthy alternatives, the lean cuts of meats, right? And you want to stay away.
And it's
from
fulfilling.
that's the point. That's the key too.
Yeah, it is.
That's what you want when it comes to these foods. You want low calorie foods where you can eat a lot of it, and it's not gonna put a dent in your calories per day, right?
Nice.
You want to stay away from calorie dense foods, something like nuts. And I use that as an example because a handful of nuts will be the same thing as eating a bowl of salad. So go for the high volume foods like a salad, and like you don't have to do that all the time, but it's just starting off. You can eat a lot of vegetable salad and not really trip on it because it's not that calorie dense.
I think I'm gonna get that tonight. Now y'all got me going
eating
to
the
Salad and go.
Cobb salad.
Yeah, and be careful with the dressings though. You can get carried away with that. That's where it
Just
tricks.
broke my heart again.
See?
I don't do dressing.
If you're gonna do the dressings, get like the vinaigrettes, things that aren't really
Like the Italian.
Nah, you
dressing.
even want to stay away from that. Like just the vinaigrettes, like the like it's no calories pretty much. The Italian
breaking my heart.
yeah, Italian dressing not that
Yeah.
bad too, but the lower calorie ones are like the vinaigrettes.
Vinaigrettes.
It's not that a lot of people don't like the taste of it, but sometimes
It's good. Not something I want all the time, but it is good. I'll do the vinaigrette sometimes, a time or two.
it's not like your ranch or anything. You gotta stay away from that though.
I stay away from the dressings.
That's where it gets a lot of people. The dressing gets a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't.
You just eat the dry salad without a dressing. Oh.
No, you don't do that. Don't do that though.
I do. I don't.
I'll put something on it. You gotta put like some vinaigrette or something. Just
You know,
He love his
but look,
vinaigrette.
no, I started to do some olive oil. I started to do that. I don't do every time, but I do a little olive oil on it.
yeah. See, in moderation though, if you're eyeing it, then that's fine. But
Yeah.
when you're drenching the whole bowl with it, then
You just defeated the purpose.
Yeah, exactly. And I see that a lot. I'm just like, what was the point of eating that?
Oh,
Right?
yeah. I'm guilty. That was me.
And I see it all. I gotta call them out. It's just like you just defeated the purpose of it.
That's why we need to have these discussions. Black folks, we need to eat more salads. Why? Let's do it this way. You want some motivation? We need to outlive the racists.
I agree.
I mean, it does help. I mean, it's just like you done lived up to like 80, 85, right?
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. You eat right now, that 85 can turn into
Yeah.
95, 100, 116.
Just by some good eating.
Especially with modern medicine, people are living longer than ever. Right? It's the average age is, like you said, the average age is like 80, 90.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, it starts with you, me. We just got to do it. set that mind frame and just do it.
Just get out there and do it. We're trying to get y'all people ready because we're about to, it's coming. We're about to be out of quarantine. Everything's about to start opening back up.
Hopefully.
And I know people are going to, hopefully. People are going to want to start, going back out. I've seen it already.
Yeah.
I've seen a nice surge now that the gyms are starting to open. But I noticed that a lot of people are not actually going back to the gyms. A lot of people are doing more outdoor activities. I've been noticing that, especially here in Arizona. A lot of outdoor activity, a lot of going to the mountains, and which is great.
I had about two to 3 weeks ago, I had got the bands, resistant bands.
Okay.
And stuff, and like every week now for the past month, going on a month now, I've been going out to the like a basketball court area.
Yep.
And I'll go out there and I'll start working out like that.
That's it.
I'll do that, do my use my bands, do my push-ups, my lunges, my squats.
That's it.
I mean, I'll do all that stuff, and everything with that, So I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with those bands.
Yeah, that's what got me through
wow.
those 2 months of the gyms being closed and those resistant bands. I got them before they all sold out because if you didn't get them in time, you weren't working out.
Exactly.
You weren't working out.
That's like us with the cameras. Like people don't realize we're in the media world. Right when the lockdown happened, and more and more people started doing online stuff and trying to do Facebook Lives. Man, cameras were gone. Yeah. We sitting there trying to buy cameras. What do you mean a month wait?
So back order. Yeah.
Back order. So that's like now. Same thing like he said with these bands. Actually, exercise, that's actually good that you're losing out on these exercise equipment, but it's good that people are actually buying it and getting out there and using it. So, hey.
But when everything goes back to normal, you still want to continue those habits.
Change.
Don't just go ahead and put those resistant bands, those weights in the closet and forget about them. Let the dust build up because I see that a lot already happen now. Like you're broadcasting all the resistant bands and the weights, and I applaud you for that. But continue those efforts when everything goes back to normal.
Right. Yeah, that's where it is. Because there's but I go out there with a friend of mine from work. He's in the whole fitness too, and so we go out there like say because we have the same days off, so we go out there on our days off and we just do it.
That's it.
Like, boom, But yeah, it's been good though. It's been really good.
That's it, and then but you gotta couple that with proper nutrition.
Right.
That's it. I say that. Right. I hold on that because that's 70-80% of it. Right.
And what they say like 80% nutrition and 20% exercise.
That's it.
Like that? Yeah.
Rough estimate, but that's pretty much it. Bulk of it is your nutrition, what you're putting in your body.
Wow. And
if the goal is to lose weight, you got to eat less than, like I said, your maintenance for the day. And if you want to gain weight, build muscle, you got to be eating in excess in a caloric surplus. So
just make sure y'all leave them chips alone.
Yeah, that's the simple solution. Just get rid of
put away the cookies.
All of it.
You leave them Oreos alone.
See, I'm not actually. That's not me. I actually, surprisingly, people be trying to figure out why am I so big, and I be trying. I don't know because I don't eat a lot of sweets. I don't eat a lot of cake. I don't. Like my main thing is probably chips. I eat a lot of chips.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's going at home, and it's 9-10 o'clock at night, and going in there and eating fatty foods.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Touche.
And then going to bed.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You're not supposed to eat after what, 9 o'clock? Is that some merit about that?
And that's kind of debunked now because it's all about calories in, calories out. So that
don't even matter. It's just the intake.
It don't matter when.
Thank you.
It don't matter when you eat it. But like I said, if the goal is to lose weight, and you're not being that active, then you really shouldn't be eating that many carbs anyway. Like the only people that can get away with eating those candy bars, those excess calories, are high performance athletes. They're like the main ones that can get away with eating that because they're actually utilizing those carbs as energy.
Metabolism.
That's it. And if you're not working if you're not exercising, working out to that level, then you're not burning and utilizing those carbs and those carbs as energy. So, like I said, it's all about calories in and kind of understanding that things need to be eaten in moderation, preferably less than, like I said, you're usually known to eat.
So how long of a week? You got 7 days a week. how many days of that week is a good average exercise to exercise?
For someone just getting started, 3 to 4 days. Like actually, if you're actually working out resistant training, I say 3 to 4 days. But doing something active every day is also really recommended. So if you can do something active every day, like I said, just getting out, walking, I say do that every day. But working out, resistant training, lifting weights, 3 to 4 days per week if you're just starting off.
Okay. Yeah, because I know there's some women. There's a women's thing at my job, right? And they formed a group and they go walking like every day.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I was like, why can't men do that?
Something. That's what I'm saying. Find something that brings you joy as a group and do it.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all want to walk as a group, like if you want to go hiking as a group, do it. As you just pointed out, they're walking as a group, just as individuals. Then that's something that brings them joy, evidently, right?
Yeah, it's crazy because you see things, you see all these people doing stuff, but then mainly it's women who do it as a group.
Yes, they do.
It's like,
Yes.
man.
Because with men, it's an ego thing. They feel like we don't have to do that. I don't gotta do all that.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, I don't know. So, but I know, like, so if we say, okay, let's go hiking or let's go camping or let's go,
I'll go. Let me know.
It's like
I ain't never been
it's
camping
like
before.
2 to 3 people, 2 or 3 guys who will say, let's go do it. When it's women, it's about 7 to 8 of them come together and they start doing this.
But I noticed with men, they want to do a little bit something more intense. So like biking, a group of people I know, they bike, like distant biking. That's tough if you're not used to doing those long distance bikes, 20, 30 miles every day.
Heck no. I can tell you that now. I ain't doing no 20.
So there's ways, there's groups that do it. It's just to the liking of that group.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on what it may be. And like basketball, pickup games is one way.
Yeah. Okay.
As you know, like you can go hour, 2 hours, and right, and not even trip on it.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people be doing little pickup games.
That's it.
you know,
That's
stuff like
great
that.
cardio.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. Good basketball.
See
pickup,
that's a group
Yeah.
of men were doing cardio.
That's true. That's very true.
It's right in plain sight of what they're doing.
You should get together and go roller skating. See, but you can't say that, like you said. So if a bunch of women got together and
know,
said
right?
that, they be on
Hey,
it.
group,
They say
you're not
this-
gonna say that though, because that group gonna look at you like, what? Like, what are you saying, man? I'm just gonna be honest with you. They're gonna say, what are you saying right now? They're gonna be like, get out of here.
No, right. I'm like, dude, what you been drinking? No.
He's not
man.
acting right today.
Right.
I'm dying. See, anything can be said here, man. I'm sorry.
But okay, before we get out of here, how can we get in touch with you and all that, and what do you do again?
So again, I'm a licensed pharmacist. I do online coaching from health to fitness and just everything between to get you right on track to living that healthy lifestyle. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can follow me on my Instagram at Marcell Enoch. And you can follow me on my coaching website, which is eatliftgrow.com.
That's awesome.
Make sure y'all support that brother.
That's right. That's right.
Let's get healthy together.
Even if you want some ideals or something like that, just contact him. I'm pretty sure he'll help you out. That's right. Thank you, sir, for coming in to AZ
we
in
needed
the
to hear that.
know,
Thank you for having me.
giving us some insight information.
Definitely have you back later. You know what I'm saying? Always come in. Let us know what's new out there. New medications, new anything new going on with mental health. Yeah, just come on in.
Well,
Love to have you.
we're gonna leave the medication out and stuff. We'll just do the mental health.
Yeah, we can't, yeah.
We don't want the medications?
Can't do the medication.
No? No, like the pills?
No.
We don't want the pills?
No, you can't do that.
Oh.
You can do the vitamins. You can say vitamins.
So okay, before we get
I
out
got-
here, what is some good vitamins to get?
I just say go off of, so with vitamins and supplements, like I said, supplements are just meant to supplement your diet, what you're deficient in when it comes to diet. And it's always good to have a good multivitamin because for majority of multivitamin. So for majority of individuals, they're not eating a wholesome diet or a balanced diet.
Right,
so
right,
getting
right.
those nutrients that you would necessarily get from food you can get from a multivitamin. And of course, I always recommend the fish oil. And those are the kind of things.
Hated those growing up. You talking about the cod liver?
No, I'm just saying fish oil. Anything
Fish oil?
Yeah, anything
Oh,
with
okay.
like omega-3, omega-6 is really good. So studies have shown it helps with joints and inflammation. So those are the kind of things that, as far as supplements, can help, again, supplement your diet and supplement like your lifestyle.
Stay away from the pills.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I gonna say? With omega-3, they have the liquid form, right? Or
They-
the powder or something like that.
I just say stick with the traditional capsule.
Yeah.
The liquid capsule is what you're asking about?
Yeah.
So the liquid capsules, just stick with that. Most of the time, the ones you're picking up at the grocery store are going to be good enough. Unless you're getting like a prescription grade from your doctor, but then that's prescribed to you. So for most of the time, supplement-wise, you can stick with the ones at your grocery store and be all right.
Awesome.
Hellness and wellness on AZ in the Know. I love it.
Come on now. Let's do it.
So make sure y'all tune in. Same time next week. We'll be here 5 to 7 on Icon Radio.
5 to 7, 5 p.m., 7 p.m.
Make sure you say it at 5 p.m. because people be trying to sit there and go in the a.m. He be early in the morning. I thought y'all was gonna be out. Thanks for tuning in. This your boy Larvell S. Witt and Floyd. Hey, let's get it. We going out.
Yeah. All right.